Hi there, this is the Idiot Urban Farmer again. If you want to support my activities, you can order a sign like this. I can make it custom for you with any letters on it. It's not cheap, but it's also a lot of work. So, and then you can support my urban farm. I can show it. It's right here. It's not very big, and but things have been happening here. I have brown beans, and I have kidney beans. And both have been, and I have a mushroom, which this is really the white mushrooms you buy in the supermarket, because this piece of land was actually meant to grow mushrooms, and it's fantastic. I had brown beans that were pretty old, so it was really an old box of beans, because I don't usually cook beans until they're edible and stuff like that. That's way too complicated. I go to the supermarket and I buy a little can of beans, which I of course should stop doing, but anyway. And the kidney beans are organic kidney beans, so they have, I don't know, and they look more fresh. But imagine that you're in a real, let's say there's a food crisis and there's no food anymore, and you find a little box of beans in the cupboard, and they do this. That's like, we're safe, we have food. Anyway, but the brown beans, they're all doing the same thing. They're having this little white root, which is it's just a probe. It's basically what it tries to do is to get to kind of go into the ground, and then it develops these little tiny hairy extensions that then are able to suck up the minerals from the ground that it needs. The next step. And this is, let's say, how the kidney bean do it. And actually the kidney beans were planted a day later, but their roots are way longer. So these are, let's say, maybe you can say they're more active. So the kidney beans are taking over here. But so right now they still use their own energy. They have this little bean of energy. And after a while they'll have to, they have the minerals, they know where they are, and they're gonna try to do some photosynthesis, so they're gonna grow a little stem that turns green from the magnesium or whatever is in there. And then it starts to use sunlight to turn the carbon dioxide in the air and the minerals of the ground and the water that surround into sugars. Because plants eat sugars just like humans do, basically. That's why there are sugars in plants. But it's amazing. The kidney beans have been much more productive. So of the brown beans we got, I guess 2 or 3 that actually sprouted a root, and many that simply haven't been responding, like this one. This looks very much like it did a week ago. Of the kidney beans, I guess, let's say 60% of the beans have now produced a root. I actually like kidney beans better than brown beans, so that's good for me. And let's see. And this little mushroom here, actually, it's like these mushrooms. This box was actually meant to grow mushrooms. So this one is finally arrived, because what happens with the mushrooms is that you have a little humus kind of layer, a ground layer with this network that usually is a mushroom, and then you put fresh earth over it. That's why I know that this is good earth, fresh composted earth. And then these mushrooms have to grow through it and build a network. And you can see it between the little beans in the ground. You can see little white, like cotton balls almost. That probably will turn into a mushroom one of these days. So you get competition between the kidney beans and the mushrooms and the brown beans. And we'll see who wins. I'll make a scoreboard. Kidneys are now in the lead with, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess 2 to 1, 3 to 1, or something like that. Anyway. And then I'll have to replant them and all that stuff, because they cannot stay in this little box if they're going to be bean plants of 2 meters high or something like that. But I'm an idiot when it comes to farming. I really know nothing about it. So this is a good lesson, and I would say try it too. And what I'm thinking of doing is actually making a box that you can put outside your window, against the wall of your house, and that it grows up in this little cage that you make, and then you can do it on the 5th floor or the 10th floor. It really doesn't matter. Whether these plants like that, I've never asked them, so and I'll never experience that. But let's see what happens next.